record. Okay, so we will start chapter 1 variation. So for my lesson, I will send you the PDF file by chapters. Okay, by chapters, because the exercise at the back is all based on SPM straight trial papers, and we'll do the past year straight away. So we will practice the real SPM questions and exercises. Yeah. Okay, we will practice the same SPM based exercise. So we won't do so much on the reference book. Okay, you can try yourself. If you have any questions, you can always text me, and you have my number in the group, right? Okay, so chapter 1. Okay, so chapter 1 variation. Okay, variation meaning is relation. Okay, relation. So usually we will investigate. Okay, investigate the relation between two variables. Yeah, between two variables. So usually it's x and y lah, but it can involve any other variables. Can be A, can be B, as long as two variables. Now, we only have two types of variation in this chapter. Okay, we only have two types of variation, means two types of relation. So the first one is known as direct variation. So direct variation means this one. Okay, Nurjuma is just join us. Okay, Nurjuma, welcome to the class. Okay, we just start a moment ago. So we are talking about chapter 1 variation. So variation is about relation. Okay, hubungan antara dua pemboleh ubah. So relation between two variables. So we have two types of variation. The first one is direct variation. Now for direct variation, it means if x, okay, assuming we use x, okay, x increase, y also increase. Okay, where can I get the notes? Okay, the notes will be sent after the lesson. Okay, I just need your attention first. And usually for maths, I don't think you need very thick notes. Yeah, for my opinion. Just for your information, I teach primary school, secondary school, I teach IGCSE. So from my experience, I don't think you really need a very thick notes. I need your understanding. Okay, but you can always check with me if you think I'm talking too fast, or you can ask me to talk faster. Okay, if I'm too slow. All right. Okay, so I hope I already answered your questions. So you will get the notes after the lesson by chapters in the WhatsApp group. All right. Okay, so talk about direct relation. So it means it will increase or decrease at the same time. Okay, increase or decrease at the same time. Okay, example, let's say you want A, right? Let's say you want A in your SPM. So you need to put more effort or less effort. So is the A's and the effort a direct variation or inverse variation? What do you think? Effort. If you want to score more A's, so you have to put in more efforts, right? So this is considered as direct variation. It will increase at the same rate or decrease at the same rate. Okay, so that is direct variation. Both variables will increase or decrease at the same direction. Same direction. Okay, next. Now look at the graph. When we talk about the variables, we have x and y. So what is this straight line refers to? What is this straight line refers to? This straight line refers to the constant, the gandaan. If x increase, then the variable y increase how many times? Is it double, triple, or half? So we call it as constant. Constant. So actually the constant is calculated by what? If you look at the straight line, is gradient. All right, is gradient. Okay, so here we are not calculating the gradient. We have the formula later. Okay, so just to let you know, direct variation, look at the graph, it will be represented by a straight line, meaning this constant, okay, when x increase, y will increase at a rate, okay, at a rate, means gandaan, it's like something like gandaan, okay, so here you have to take note, okay, have to take note that the constant, the graph should passing through the origin. Yeah, it has to passing through the origin. So if you come across any, okay, if you come across any graph that is not passing through origin, example, okay, the graph at the bottom here. So this is not a direct variation, even though the straight line is moving upwards. Let me explain again. Now, the graph at the bottom is not a direct variation because the line is not passing through the origin. So we have our terms here. Okay, direct variation, it must be the straight line must passing through the origin. That is the only one condition. Is it clear? Okay. Okay, direct variation. Okay. When we look at the words, the wording, so you will write like this. P, example here on the right side, P varies directly as R. So we will write P, okay, here, P varies directly. You look at the symbol, it's like the Sushi King symbol, yeah, okay, and then as R is one row, P varies directly as R. So this symbol is actually read as proportional to. Proportional to is just like ratio, proportional to. Okay, so P is proportional to R. So if you see this wording, it means P varies directly as R, you can write in this form. So this form is variation form. It's in variation form. Now, variation form, it means the relation between the two variables only. But if you want to calculate the constant, what is the rate that connected these two variables? We can calculate. But how to calculate? You got to change it to equation form. You need to change it to equation form. So how to change it? So you just make it to equal and insert k only. K means the constant, kx. So it will become equation form. Okay, look at the example here. Quick one. So given y varies directly as x. First sentence, y varies directly as x. So you write in variation form first, y varies directly as x. So this is in variation form. Okay, so now we want to calculate, okay, or we want to find the value of x1. So meaning we want to calculate the multiple, the scalar, right? The k, the constant. So we need to change to equation form. So y equal to kx. Just insert k only. So you will manage to change the variation form to equation form. So what's so good? Can you follow? Yes, okay. Thanks for the response. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's continue. So now we have the value here. So we just insert the value. Okay, so y is 20, k we do not know, and we want to find, so we just write k. X is 2 in bracket 2. So how to find k? K equal to 20 over 2. So k equals to 10. Okay, so we managed to find out the scalar is 10. So dot 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 y equal to 10x, meaning when y increase one time, x will increase 10 times. Okay, so that is the relation, y equal to 10x. So last sentence here, we have to find out the value of x when y equal to 5. So we just insert y is 5, then x. X equal to 5 over 10, and when we simplify, we will get x equal to 1. It's just simple as that. Okay, just simple as that. So first, we want to find variation. So write out the variation form and change it into equation form. Equation form, find out the value of k, and you can cross it with what the questions ask, and you manage to find the answer. Just simple as that. Make it smaller. Okay. Variation, we have covered the first relation very fast, 5 to 10 minutes. So direct variation, meaning both variables have a same direction, same relation. One increase, another one increase. All right. So next, we'll move on to, okay, we try this example first. Now, so in a storyline, I'm not sure whether you heard that the SPM this year, any one of you heard of your seniors talking about the recent SPM paper? Any one of you? No? Yes, okay, what they talk about this year SPM paper? Now some, okay, if you look at the TikTok, or if some of you have a Xiaohongshu, Instagram, so they will say, wow, the max paper is like the comprehension paper, which is testing the English paper, testing English, or a lot of theory. They ask why, give reason. Or why suddenly max paper becomes like giving a reason. Now, I want you to have a very clear understanding that under KSSM syllabus, don't do any. Yeah, paper 2 is so hard, right? Because why they say hard? Because of, okay, what I have just explained just now. They are asking about the English, a long story with bombastic English words that we might not understand. All right. Then the second is they ask you to give reason. That one is very tricky for a lot of students, because a lot of students, they know how to count, but do not know how to give reason. So this you have to be careful. For KSSM syllabus, you really need to know the definition. You really need to know all the theory. Theory means, okay, let's say I say direct variation. So if the question asks you why this is direct variation, so you think back what you learned about direct variation. It means both variables will increase at the same rate. It's actually same thing. Actually, it's the same thing. But not to worry, I will cover all the theory part later. Okay, so for KSS syllabus, you must really understand. Okay, understand all the definition. Okay, move on to example 2 here. Now, the surface area A, surface area represented by letter A, varies directly as the square of its radius R. Radius represented by R. Square, power of 2 log, square. So if the surface area of a sphere of radius 7 is 616 centimeter square. Now, how you change the words to symbol? Again, surface area is A, right? Surface area is 616, meaning A equal to 616. radius is 7 log, r equal to 7. So you simplify, okay, you simplify all the words into simple. So next, find the surface area, find. So find A where radius is 2. So we make it simple. So focus on the underlined words. Focus on the underlined words. So how you want to write? Okay, how you want to find the answer? So first, surface area A varies directly as the square of its radius, so r square. Okay, write down the variation form first. Next, we want to find out the constant k, right? So we got to change it to equation form. So equation form, A equal to, insert only k, kr squared. Right, we managed to find equation form. A equal to kr squared. So done, the first sentence. Okay, next. Okay, look at the words that we have just write down. Okay, just wrote down there. R equal to 7, A equal to 616. So what we need to do is just substitute, right? So A is 616 equal to K R squared, bracket. So K equal to 616 divided by 49. 7 squared. 7 power to 2 is 49. Okay, then you will manage to find out the answer. So you will get, okay, can I have your answer? Let me see how you write this answer. K equal to what? What do you get for the value of K here? Base out again. Yep. So if you write in decimal form, okay, if you write the answer in, leave the answer in decimal form, it's all good. Okay, it's all good. But I will say it will be better. It will be better if you write improper fraction. 88 over 7. Okay, now I will explain why. If it's not a final answer, if the value that you find is not a final answer, it would be advisable to leave the value in improper fraction, because you won't let the final answer being kacau by the decimal point that you write. You want to write 2 ke, 3 ke, 4 ke, you will write 2 less, then the calculation later, okay, it will change. This is very important. A lot of students don't know. You can write in decimal form, but if it's not the final one, the more you write, it's better. The more you write, it's better. But if it's final one, you can leave. Okay, you just round off. Okay, so next, so k equal to 88 over 7. So actually we can write already, dot, dot, dot. A equal to 88 over 7 in bracket, sorry, r square, r square. So next, find the value of A when r equal to 2. So A equal to 88 over 7 r square. So straight away you get the answer. So you write, okay, improper fraction, so it's easier now. 88 over 7 times 4. Now you can write the answer in decimal form, which is 50.29. Okay, all good? So what's good? Simple. Remember all the workings also. So first you have to write the variation form first. Change it to equation form, but you got to write it in, you have to find out the value of k. Then only you will score 1 mark there. With the value of k, with the value of k. So next, we find out what is the question statement. Is it okay if I give the final answer in fraction? Yes, of course. Yep. In proper fraction also can. No problem. Yeah. Okay, so that is direct variation. So now we'll go to inverse variation. Inverse means terbalik. Okay, one up, one down. In simple way, one up, one down. One down, one up. Okay, inverse. We have two types of variation. The first one is direct. Second one is inverse. Inverse means terbalik. Okay, now don't look at the graph first. So just now we talk about direct variation. So you will see that the straight line is moving upwards. And the condition is what? Mass passing through the origin. Passing through the origin. Mass. M-U-S-T. Mass. Okay, so this is direct variation. Now, based on the understanding, for inverse variation, it should be terbalik kan? Terbalik means moving downwards lah. Right or not? So it's supposed to be this way. Okay, look carefully the relation xy, right? Xy. Inverse. Okay, but why here the notes is still a straight line moving upwards? What's the difference? What's the difference? Do you notice? Can you spot the difference? Here, 1 over x is 1 over, yeah, cool, yeah, yep. Okay, 1 over x, you got it right. Okay, why we want to change it to 1 over x? Because we are talking about the k, the constant value. If it's the terbalik also, it will follow a rate, a same rate, right? So it will still be a straight line. But the variable here, we'll make it as denominator, 1 over x. Okay, that's the explanation. Okay, so constant here represented by the gradient, still the gradient k, meaning if it's inverse variation also, it will at the same rate. It will change at the same rate. Okay. Now the steps are the same. The steps are the same. So if you have y varies inversely as x, so y proportional to, if you want to read this symbol, proportional to 1 over x. You just need to change the x to denominator. Okay, turunkan pangkat dia. Alright? Okay, next. See, the question is similar. So given y varies inversely as x. Inverse y varies is proportional to 1 over x. Same thing, you want to find out the value of k, change it to equation form. So y equal to k over x. K is always at numerator, on top, numerator. All right, only the variable x will go down. Okay, so once you write the equation form ready, you can substitute. Y is 2, k over x. So k equal to 8. So dot, y equal to k, 8 over 4. That's 8 over x. So we managed to get the equation form and we express y in terms of x. Express y in terms of x. Not complete yet. We have to continue to find y when x is 1 over 2. So y equal to 8 over 1 over 2. You can write like this, no problem. So it's actually 8 times 2, right? So answer is 16. Got it. Got.com. Okay. So far so good? Can follow or not? Can, very simple, right? We only have 2 types. Yeah. Okay, yes, can. All right, we only have 2 types of relation. One is direct and one is inverse. I think we can complete this lesson in just one lesson. It's very simple. Direct and inverse. Okay, so let's look at joint variation. Now, joint variation, don't look at the answer first, the example first. Joint means combine. You have more than one relation. It can be both also direct, direct, direct. It can be direct inverse or inverse inverse. Anything. As long as combined, then it will become a joint variation. Okay, let's try. Okay, here. You can see the last sentence there, right? P varies directly as Q and R. As Q and R. There are total, how many variables? 3 variables, right? P, Q, and R. So if you want to partition it, separate. So we have two types of relation here. So P varies directly as Q. P varies directly as R. So now you combine, and you combine, it become what? Like the Nescafe, 3 in 1. So P varies directly as QR. Correct? One row, because it's direct variation. Change to equation form. P equal to KQR. Same thing only. Just insert the K. Let's see the answer. Is it correct? Okay. Try the second one. Second one. Okay, second one is there. Y varies inversely as X and Z. Partition it. Okay, of course, during exam, you don't need to partition it. I just want you to have a very clear understanding about the concept. So Y is proportional to 1 over X. Another relation. Y is proportional to 1 over Z. So pop up 2 in 1. So it becomes what? Y varies inversely as 1 over XZ. Change to equation form. Y equal to K over XZ. Okay. The third one, I'll let you try the fourth one. Okay. The third one, I will do first. So same thing here, if we want to partition it. Okay, if you want to partition, separate. So here we have two types of relation here. So the first one will be A varies directly as B. Second one, A varies inversely as C. Partition it. A is proportional to B and A is proportional to 1 over C. Combine. A is proportional to B over C. Okay, change to equation form, you will have K. A equal to KB over C. So we can do a conclusion here. K, the constant, is always at the position as numerator on top. Numerator. Okay, so the last one. Yeah, this one can type out a lot. Okay, why not I just remove this word. Okay, I'll try to remove this word. So P varies directly as Q and inversely as the square of R. So I need you to type the answer in equation form in chat box. Equation form. Equation form. Okay, let me have your answer. Let me see. P varies directly as Q and inversely as the square of R. If you cannot type the square, then you just do. Yeah, Harish, correct? All good? Yep. You can't type out the square, then you just put 2 at the back, acceptable. How to change to equation form? Inversely as. So inversely as. So you must go down. Inverse, so the back one. It's okay. Slow, slow. Inverse, balik, so it must be at the bottom. For those who want to type the answer, you DM me. Don't send to my name there. So next time I have to change the name. I can't read. Okay. Yep. So variation form, P varies directly as Q and inversely. Okay, so now I remove the words already. Actually, it's square root. So you will see there is a square root here. So change to equation form. P equal to K cubed over square root of R. Very simple. Okay, so the last one, we just see the answer together. So y varies directly as the square of x, and inversely as the cube of z. So variation form, change to equation form. Okay, and we have completed chapter 1. So my style is very comprehensive one. That means I will just give you a very comprehensive notes. We focus on what you need to know. Okay, what you need to know. And we will do exercise all based on SPM questions, which means the state trial papers and past year questions. Okay, not so much on reference book, but I will use that as a reference only. Okay. So any questions? No, very clear. So let's do a summary. Okay, let's do a summary. What we have just learned. Okay. So the name of the chapter is what? Variation. Variation means synonym is what? Relation. So it comes up once they didn't write varies directly, but you say P, the value of P increase when Q decrease. Then you have to know if P increase and Q decrease. Okay, what type of relation is this? What type of relation is this? They didn't mention the direct or inverse law, but they just mentioned P increase, Q decrease. Yes, you're right. Okay, you got it. It's inverse variation. It's inverse variation. So if you want to write it in variation form, it will be P is proportional to 1 over Q. Change it to equation form. P equal to K over Q. That's why you must really understand. Variation means what does variation means? Or direct is what? Okay, what is direct? What is inverse? Okay, so next. Summary. We only have 2 types of variation. The first one is direct and the second one is inverse. Okay, so not to worry, I will send you the written notes. Okay, whatever I have written here, you will receive it later. Okay. Now, direct variation and inverse variation, we only learn these 2 types. One is direct, another is inverse. So direct meaning when x increase, y also increase. Balik, what x decrease, y decrease. Okay, represented in a graph form. So x, y, and remember the constant must passing through the origin. If it's not passing through the origin, then it's not a variation. Maybe, okay, perhaps it come out this year SPM, your turn, okay, your time, they give you a straight line like this. Questions, explain why this is not a direct variation. Other people don't know how to do, but I think now you should know what is the answer. Explain why this is not a direct variation. So your explanation should be because the straight line is not passing through the origin. Clear? Okay, so I move this to another side. It will in your notes later. So direct variation, the straight line represent the gradient. The gradient means the constant. The constant, another word synonym, okay, the meaning of constant means number or the rate. Yeah, the rate. Okay. Inverse terbalik. Inverse X increase, Y decrease. X decrease, Y increase. Okay. So for the graph form, a little bit special. We have two types. Two types also you need to know. If we are just mentioning about the variables, so the line should be moving downwards. Moving downwards. But if we want to measure it, okay, measure it, so still a straight line passing through the origin. Okay, but look carefully here. Inverse, so it will be 1 over x. And here is y. Okay, that's the difference. So next steps. Okay, so what are the steps? First step, right? This one I cannot be, like I already know, so straight away I write the equation. So if it's come out in objective, yes, can as fast as you can. Or if it's in paper 2, write step by step. Because you need to let your teacher know, I know how to do. I'm not doing shortcut. All right, so in order to get all the working marks, full marks, yeah. So write variation form first, if possible. Then only you change to equation form. Insert the k, change to equation form, and find out the value of k. Okay, the value of k. Then only you proceed. Okay, what is the request of the question? Complete. Okay, so this is the summary, very short summary. This is what you need to memorize in this one page. Okay, no questions. Then we'll proceed to do SPM types question. Okay, we'll start from 2021, 2022. So you see all the state triangle is here. 3 years lah, including this year. Including this year. They just had their SPM on 6th of February. Yeah, 6th of February. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so you might be wondering why it's like a long story. So my tips will be underline. Okay, underline the keywords only. So the electric current represented by I, right, varies directly as the power P, and inversely as the voltage V. So it doesn't matter. If you don't understand what is air conditioner, just let it be. Okay, in case lah, I just example only. Okay, then next, where is it? It is given that an air conditioner with 2,000 watts of power, 2,000 watt of power. So you write down, quick, 2,000 watt of power. So what's this? Power is P. P equal to 2,000. 240 watt V. V equal to 240. Uses an electric current of 20A. 20A. A, what is A? 20A. A is I, right? So I equal to 20. All good? So all good? Can you try to proceed or not? Can you try to proceed? Find out the value of K first. Let me know in the chat box what is the value of K. Since I already explained to you. Okay, I give you some time. In 60 seconds. So what is the value of k? Okay, so how is it got it already? Okay. What else? Remember the steps just now, variation form, then you change it to equation form. So substitute all the values and then find out the value of k first. 30 more seconds. $12.05. Okay, let's see. So I varies directly as the power P and inversely as the voltage. So do you get this variation form? Change it to equation form. I equal to Kp over V, right? So I is 20 equals to K, then P is 2000, V is 240. Do you get this step? 20 equal to K in bracket 2000 over 240. So now when you want to find K, let's say assuming you want to find K. So how to switch the number at the back to front part? K, copy down the K on the right side. Now here we read the number is 2000 over 240, right? So if you move to the other side, it's just an antonym. So 20 times terbalikkan the fraction. So it become 240 over 2000. So you will get your value of K. Can you double check for me? Is K equal to 24 or 12 over 5? Okay, 12 over 5. Okay, yeah. So congratulate, you get the answer correctly. 12 over 5. Okay, so no problem, right? So you managed to find out the value of K. So next, okay, next, we can continue to find out the I with 100 watt. So 100 watt is P equal to 100, then V equal to 240. Then you can proceed with you. I equal to 12 over 5. And then P is 100 over 240. So you got the answer. You will get the answer. One, right? Yes, correct. Okay, so 3 marks given when you manage to write out the variation form, find out the K, and also the final answer. Congratulate. So very quick, you can score full marks already. Okay. Next, you look at the need to put unit or not. Okay, a very good question here. Okay, need to put unit or not. Okay, so actually, you don't need to put unit also can. Why? Because in the questions already give you the units. In this case, it's safe if you didn't put unit. If you look at that, you check the marking scheme, don't need to put unit also can. But unless if the questions they give you like kilometer, then at the end they want to ask for meter. Different unit is better you write out the unit. If it's the same, you can just leave it. But you want to write also can, no problem one. Okay. Okay, if you have any question, please ask. Okay, so this question, you look at the type of questions is similar, but they stop at where? Look at here, this part. Express L in terms of J and S, meaning they stop at this part only. They don't need the third, the third steps already. Go back to here, same thing. The area of a curved surface L or cone varies directly with the radius of its base J and the incline height S. So only two types of variation. So both also varies direct variation. So L varies directly as J, radius is J, then the incline height is S. Okay. So write together, combined variation. Equation form, L equal to K, insert K, then JS. Here, tricky part is here. Given that L is 392, when the diameter of the base is 14, you know what is diameter? Okay, this is circle, this is the center. So if joining the center to the circumference is radius. Diameter, a straight line passing through the center. So you have two radius for a diameter. Okay, so meaning if diameter is 14, radius is half. Half of 14, so it's 7. Then S is 16. Substitute. L is 392 equal to K times 7 times 16. Find out the value of K. So 392 over 7 times 16. So your K, value of K is what? 7 over 2. Okay, 7 over 2. So since this is the final answer, so you can leave it, you want to change it to decimal also can. So dot 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 L equal to 7 over 2 JS. Express L in terms of J and S. Done. Stop at here only. Okay, 3.5 JS also can. So it depends on the question. Sometimes they ask you to express, sometimes they ask you to find out the value. Simple only, right? Okay, now we try a K-word, a longer story. Okay, a longer storyline, but use the method that I've just taught you. Okay, let me find the question here. It's here. So we just take the English part. Okay, K-word questions. So I just give you about 5 minutes. Yeah, I let you try first. 5 minutes. So you can double check. Okay, you can double check. Mrs. Sarah wants to renovate. So in completing the renovation of the house, it was observed that the time required T minutes to paint the added room increase as the larger the room to be added are. Okay, Willie also get the answer correctly. Okay, congratulate also. Yeah, so let me just continue on proceed. Okay, you got the answer correct. Okay, so T minutes increase as the larger room to be added are. However, the time is found, T is found to be reduced if the number of employees P who bind to paint the room is more. So from here, we can make it in variation form. So T varies directly as R and inversely as P. So we get the variation form. Next, change it to equation form. T equal to KR over P. So next, if 2 200 minutes are used by 5 employees needed to paint a room of 100. So this is T, this is P, and this is R, right? So substitute only. 200 equal to K times R over 5. So K equal to, so you just show long, then find out the value of K, which is equal to 10. And T equal to 10R over P, the relation in equation form. So next, only we calculate the area of the room that can be, so find R by 3 employees, P is 3. Then in 4 hours, suddenly it changed. Okay, suddenly it changed the unit. So you have to change this to minutes. T equal to 4 hours, 4 times 60. So you get 240. 240 minutes. So dot dot dot, 240 equal to 10R over P. So R equals to 240 times 3 over 10. So R equal to 72. Okay, so you will get the answer. So it doesn't matter if the questions give you a long story. Long story doesn't matter. So what you need to very clear is find out or underline the keyword. Keyword means like the important part. Like the story, the larger room, the weekends, all this is not important. To teach a student, it's not important. So what we want is the variation, right? And then what is P? Okay, the number 5 represent what? That is the important part. Okay, so more or less, okay, the variation, the type of question is something like this. Okay, even in objective also, they ask you express. Okay, they give you a table, ask you to calculate, similar, just different type only, or different pattern only. Okay, as you can see. Let me just scroll down. So you will get this copy later in a short while.